Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, July 14th. Looks like a beautiful day this morning. When I was up and got cleaned up and got the cats out of their cat room, I got dressed and went for a nice brisk walk around my community. Walking early, like at 8 a.m. or earlier, is better than waiting until the sun is really hot. And it's been extremely humid here where I live. And you'd think because we're in a higher elevation, it wouldn't be that humid, because we don't have any water surrounding here except for some lakes and all that stuff. We're about an hour and a half from any ocean, and that doesn't change the humidity level. So yeah, so I left the house and I'm going to get my groceries done now before it gets even hotter and more uncomfortable. And I don't have to pick up a lot of stuff, but I need primarily my lunch food to take to work. So yeah. So before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to those people just visiting my channel for the first time. If you guys see something here that resonates with you, then please consider unsubscribing. I'll be right back with more.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
What a weekend we're having, huh? This morning, I was up at about 7:30. I had a good night's rest. Went to bed late because I was watching movies last night with my kitty cat. Yesterday I had a great day. I was home most of the time, getting rid of some clothes out of my closet that I'm not using anymore, and also trying to think about ideas how to further compartmentalize my walk-in closet to make it look nicer and more modern. But I got so much stuff stored in my closet that's organized already on the shelf, so I may not do it because it's just a bunch of waste of money, and I'm just gonna have to keep it the way it is. But so that plan's out the window. So I had a nice Saturday yesterday. So here we are, Sunday. We all know what the topic is on TV and around the world right now, and everything is subjective to me. If you use words that are not accepted by society, then sooner or later those words you use are going to fall on somebody's ears who are just ignorant and who will take offense to what you say. But that's the way it is today in society. When it comes to people running for president, whether it's Donald Trump or Joe Biden maintaining the seat in the House, or RFK, we have to choose our words carefully, because ultimately your words will affect millions of people. So the kook who tried to take out Donald Trump is a good example about that. Is a good example. I think there's a bigger plan going on here. We may not ever know, but we're definitely going to find out what it is. And people running for president do deserve protection. I'm just very alarmed that they're not giving RFK no protection, because I saw some of RFK's interviews and he clearly says that he doesn't understand why they're not giving him protection. I think 5 months out before election, when they're out rallying, they should get some protection. But they said that RFK isn't. And the reason why he isn't is maybe because his stance, or because he's not going with either party. I don't know. But anyway, there's nothing that I can say here that you're not going to hear about. So I'm going to keep this very brief. It's interesting to see how this develops up until the presidential race. I have respect for everybody. I have respect for Donald Trump. I have respect for our president. I have respect for RFK. I don't think it's right for what happened, because this country's better than that. And I think extra caution should have been taken to protect those who are running, those who show an interest in this country or to make it better. They should be protected. And I think RFK should get protection as well. That's just my view. So anyways, I had to stop here to do some groceries, but very light groceries today. Mainly my meals to bring to work, because I don't want to cook my own food to bring to work. I made some meatloaf yesterday when I went back home from my errands, and then after that I went out and got my haircut yesterday. See guys, I got my haircut and I colored it when I came home. It's less grays and a little bit grays on the front, which I kept for just something different, and I love it. So anyways, back to the main subject at hand. All right. I truly believe in my heart that people just want to live a happy, safe life. We want a great economy. We want health care. We want a good education systems. We want employment to go up, and we want welfare to go down. We want to have a government that's smaller, and to have less control over our lives. Okay? Less control over our lives. So look what just happened. Look what just happened during a Donald Trump presidential rally in Pennsylvania. I am deeply disturbed. I am deeply saddened by what happened. What does this tell us? Not only can we have people run for president and be safe, society is also at risk. And it's still not the fault of guns or rifles. Okay? It's still not the fault of guns or rifles, even though Donald Trump's life was on the line there. Every one of us that goes out and leaves our home, and even while we're in our home, people can break into our home and rob us and shoot us. When we're out fueling our cars, people can stop and shoot us. Violence is happening every day. Should we eliminate guns and rifles? Absolutely not. We have a right to bear arms, and we have a right to protect ourselves. If the ATF and if the police department did not have weapons, this person who attempted to take Donald Trump's life would have never been shot and killed. Okay? If we're out somewhere and somebody assaults us with a gun, we also have a right to protect ourselves. But I don't want to get too far off the main subject here. Look what happened. Who was waiting for this to happen? We don't know how deep this is. Will they find more answers or information as this moves forward to find out what was on this person's mind that caused this? We may never know. They killed him. They killed him. They didn't have to kill him. They could have subdued him and then take him in for questioning to get in his mind. That opportunity's gone. All right? That opportunity's gone. Just like when JFK was murdered, was assassinated, okay? Jack Ruby went and killed Harvey Oswald. Even though there is deep speculation and information that if indeed he acted, he did not act alone. In my opinion, he was a scapegoat. Is this guy a scapegoat? I don't know. I wasn't there. We don't have a whole lot of information except there was a guy on the roof which was told to the police and the security detail who's doing Donald Trump's protection. Nothing happened. How come nothing happened when it was told? And is the media being honest with us? All I can say is, when people are running for president, they should be protected. Okay? When someone is running for president, they should be protected. They should be protected. I cannot say this enough. Why didn't they have helicopters flying around? Why? Why didn't they have security with binoculars checking out the buildings in the area? Why? You call that protection? Now look, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. And I'm not a fan of candidates running without protection. He needed better protection, and he didn't have it. Okay? Can he sue? Yes, he can sue. I would. Our president, Joe Biden, has constant protection because he's the president. You can bet it. You can bet your bottom dollar that when he goes out on a campaign trail or on a rally, he's going to have the best protection. They all need the best protection, and so does RFK. Okay, especially what happened to his family. Why aren't they going to protect him when he's out rallying? How come NBC and ABC and Fox and all these large networks are not letting him campaign on their network? You don't think he deserves it? He deserves it. Okay? And as a matter of fact, he's the guy that I'm going to vote for. Okay? Even though I'm voting for him, I still don't approve of the level of protection that Donald Trump had. He should have had better than that. He didn't deserve to lay out his life on the line like that and have the protection that he did. Yeah, they were there and they were shielding him, and they made sure that he stayed down and everything, but they shouldn't have been so far away from him, and they should have had helicopters on the skies. Didn't they learn from the JFK assassination? They went on a shooting spree throughout the city and different states. They went on a killing spree. He was shooting from the trunk of his vehicle. They popped a hole on the trunk lid of the vehicle, and that's where they were shooting from. They were positioning their car far away because they had a high-powered rifle, and they were killing people. I believe 10 people were killed. 10. That can happen today, still. That can still happen today. Did we not learn anything from that? It was later determined that his end game plan was to kill his wife. So he made it seem like there was a crazed person out there, a sniper, killing people at random. But ultimately, he wanted to shoot his wife, and like that, if the FBI and the feds thought that there was a random crazed killer, that he will not be the fall guy. But after carefully investigating him, they found out that he had a life insurance policy on his wife, and she had also filed for divorce. Okay, so that was his motivation. We don't know what the motivation was of the person who tried to shoot Donald Trump. Now, that could have been anybody that could have been at the end of the scope or on the crosshair of this guy who's involved in trying to shoot Donald Trump. We don't know how deep it is. We don't know the scope of his plan. But what I'm seeing is we live in a society that's not safe. We are not safe, guys. I am a gun owner, and I have more than one guns. Okay? Should I accept Donald Trump, Joe Biden's plan to make it harder to get guns or to eliminate guns altogether because of what happened? Who's to say that the person who did the shooting might have been a Joe Biden supporter? We don't know. From what I know was that the person who did the shooting on Donald Trump was a Republican, a young Republican. It's very confusing right now because we don't know anything. But I'll tell you this, nobody was expecting this. Nobody was expecting this. We're 5 months away from having a new president. Is this going to cause Donald Trump to move way ahead in the polls now? We don't know. He may already been ahead already. Okay. I think it would have been nice if Donald Trump had picked RFK as a running partner. But that's not going to happen because RFK is an independent. Questions are everywhere. Different motives are springing up all the time. We don't know anything. I only found out yesterday evening that what happened because I don't watch mainstream TV. I don't trust mainstream news. So I'm just going to kick back and try to absorb as much as I can what happened and take it from there. This isn't the way I wanted my Sunday to go, but I'm going to try not to have this affect me. But how can it not affect us? This affects all of us. All of us. But anyway, I think this is the end of my post for today. I wasn't sure I was going to post anything today. I just wanted to kick back and relax a little bit. I am going to do some more walking later on because my goal before the year is over is to lose a few pounds. I've been getting a lot of cramps, and it's because I feel bloated sometimes, and I don't like the way that makes me feel. I'm drinking a lot of fluid. I had some coffee here to give me some energy to stay on my feet, and we'll see what happens. You know, one thing actually did bother me was I did mention, why didn't they have helicopters in the skies? If that was too expensive for secret security to perform, why didn't somebody take drones up to the sky? It's so much cheaper. Take a drone up there and ensure that every rooftop in the area is not hiding a potential murderer. Why didn't they do that? If regular citizens like myself come up with something like this, why can't these people who are specially trained in protecting the president and protecting candidates think about? Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon.